Welcome to your last day working on your asynchronous Shark Tank projects. Now, I'm going to be going between three different documents. One is the grading assessment for your Shark Tank problem. Second is just the normal class slides, and the third is just your model Shark Tank slide. Again, you can use other ways of presenting your solution, but you do want to have a way that you're going to be able to present to other people your ideas. Now, there are four sections within your Shark Tank model. The first is the location, where you're going to be explaining the where and the why. Where is your problem and sort of why is it happening, or what are the specific water problems associated with it. And when it comes to making sure that you are on track for the first part, you want to make sure that you make it very clear with evidence, which you can see below here, what your location is in regards to water quality and its problem. And you make it very clear also with evidence what your problem is in terms of specific types of water issues or water problems that are facing your country. And you can use graphs, figures, data, images, any evidence that's very specific to your problem. You may want to use data to distinguish separate issues that are happening simultaneously in your problem. Now, the second problem, or the second thing to address, is the what and the how. What are the problems happening and how is it happening? And with this, we're really thinking about using your research, facts, and evidence to support why is the problem occurring. Is your water scarcity or water quality issues due to weather, climate, changes in human practices, failure in infrastructure? What are the issues causing your water quality issue to be occurring? And you want to be as specific as possible, because the more specific you are with the why and the how, the better your solutions can be implemented. When it comes to the how is the problem occurring, you really want to think about what are the major costs associated with your problem. So how is this impacting costs or people or livelihoods, and who or what is getting the biggest brunt of the burden or the issue from your problem. How is this impacting specific types of people or specific types of environments? Now we get to the third and possibly funnest part, which is possible solutions. And with your solutions, you're really wanting to think about three different parts. A, you're using data, evidence, and opinions to measure and weigh possible solutions. So you're using data and evidence, which are very objective, and also subjective opinions about your solutions, to think about why is the solution targeted at a problem? Is it solving it? Is it clearly any of these types? When we talk about type, we're really talking about what type of solution is it? Is it a technical solution like a wind turbine, or is it more of a system or political solution like a new law? When we talk about the mechanism, who is it going to be impacting, or who is going to be implementing this? Is it an individual farmer with a new wind turbine, or is it a government or a country imposing a new system or regulation? With time, we want to think about short or long-term solution. Is this going to impact people for a year, a day, a decade? Will it be resulting in a quick or slow change with the water problem? Is it easy or difficult to apply? And then what are the costs in terms of money and it being a quick or long-term fix? You might want to cite specific or relative outcomes for your solutions in terms of water saving, water conservation, water purification. This will be really good evidence, again, thinking about the air to water wind turbine for picking your solution. And then we get to the last bit, which is finalizing your solutions. And this is where you're going to be thinking about where are you going to be implementing your solutions, and how does that connect with the first three parts. So you really want to think about, okay, step one, I identified my problems. Step two is where I identified the reasons for those problems. And then I started to think about possible solutions. What are the best possible outcomes? So for example, in Afghanistan, we have two really big pressing issues. One has to do with just water management, and another has to do with the water scarcity and water So to really think about water scarcity, I'm going to be implementing these solar-based pump wells that are really important in high density areas where there already is a freshwater shortage. This is going to save considerable amount of time for women and children gathering water, and it's also going to help with having local control of the water since the government isn't doing an adequate job. So I'm going to be implementing these pump wells in these red sections where there's a very high density of population, but also this other red color has to do with water scarcity. Now, when it comes to water management as well as water scarcity, I'm also going to implement these 20,000 liter air to water turbines in locations with heavy water due to population, but also consumption due to irrigation farming. So when I look at this section of Afghanistan, we're already really heavily using the main river in the watershed. So I'm going to implement this here to help conserve water for small-scale farmers who need it. So this is what you can think about as you are developing your solutions. What is the problem? Why are those problems occurring? And how might my solutions best be implemented? As always, you are more than free to share your work with me, ask for feedback. I will have office hours tomorrow, so if you need help, please reach out and have a great day. Enjoy the sun.